Over the next 45 minutes, give or take, I'm going to share with you guys the greatest investment opportunity in the history of humanity thus far, and how you can take action and change the financial destiny of your family. Be sure to stay till the end, because at the end of this presentation, okay, you're going to get entered to win $100 in crypto, in Bitcoin. I'm going to send you $100 in crypto. Okay, here's the caveat though. If we can hit 250 views, if we can hit that mark, okay, I'm going to bump it up to $250. $250 worth of crypto, Bitcoin, I'm going to send to your Bitcoin wallet. Okay, you've got to like this video, you've got to share this video, and at the end you've got to go to my website and you've got to register to my newsletter. Okay, by doing that, you're going to get a ticket, and on Thursday, we're going to draw a raffle, another Facebook Live, and we will contact you if you are the winner. But to qualify, you have to like, you have to share, you have to register on my website. So, that being said, let's have some fun, and once again, leave your questions and answers to the end of the presentation. I'm going to leave some time open for Q&A, so be sure to write down your questions. Okay, I love this stuff. I have been absolutely obsessed with cryptocurrency for over a year now. And like I said, I have watched this technology, I have watched this investment grow exponentially. And it's going to continue to grow faster and bigger every single day. So you want to understand this space, you want to get involved. Okay? Over the next 45 minutes, give or take, I'm going to be sharing some very interesting information tonight that could be disturbing. Okay, this is going to be a lot of people. They can't see the ships that are coming in. Their awareness hasn't gone to that level yet. So I'm going to be sharing some pretty crazy information. I'm going to talk to you guys about the greatest wealth transfer in the history of humanity. Okay, I'm going to talk to you guys about the technological revolution that's going on around the planet right now. A non-violent revolution that is changing the face of the planet. Okay, also I'm going to talk to you guys about a transfer of power that's going on right now. A transfer of power out of centralized organizations like the government, like central banks, and how this power is being decentralized. It's being taken out of their hands and it's being put back into the hands of the individual. Okay, very exciting stuff. And then finally, I'm going to teach you how to create how to potentially, okay, I'm going to do a lot of disclaimers here because the old federales, the FTC, if they watch this video, I just want to make sure I'm compliant. I'm not giving you any financial advice. I'm not here to sell you anything. I'm just here to try to educate you on this technology so that you can get involved and that you can potentially change your financial destiny. Okay, period. Okay, here's what I will not be talking about. I am not going to be talking about exactly what Bitcoin is, how Bitcoin is created, any of the techie stuff like that. I'm not a techie guy. Okay, I don't write code. I don't understand that depth of this technology. I'm an investor. I'm a businessman. I like to make money. I'm trying to buy a yacht, or I'm saving up to buy a yacht. So for me, I see cryptocurrency as the best investment, the best opportunity in the history of humanity thus far. That's why I'm in it 100%. I'm trying to spread the word, around the world, okay? So on my website, okay, that you'll get access to, I'll give you all that information. Lots of videos on YouTube and Google about how Bitcoin works. So if you are a techie person but you just haven't wrapped your head around it yet, Google, YouTube, make them your best friend. Me, if you want to make money, make millions, make billions, that's what I'm here to teach you. Okay? So who am I? My name is Gary Gilgan. I'm originally from Salt Lake City, Utah, currently living somewhere on the planet. Okay, I got into economics pretty heavily back in 2004, 2005, when I started taking a deeper look and started asking deeper questions about how the government worked and about how money really worked. Okay, what is taxation? Where does taxes go? How is money created? What gives money its real value? What is the government really doing? You know, I started really asking those questions. I became obsessed in the research and really finding out how it works. And it's very, very simple, but it's very deceptive. Okay, there's a veil of, let's say, misinformation and fear that's kind of laid over the masses' eyes about how those systems really work. And they're very simple, but again, very deceptive. Okay? Around this time, I read a book called Rich Dad's Guide to Investing in Gold and Silver. This was one of Robert Kiyosaki. If you ever heard of that guy, he wrote the book Rich Dad, Poor Dad. One of his advisors, his name is Mike Maloney, wrote this book. And this book was all about investing in precious metals, but also it really talked about how time worked. Time works and how it works in waves and cycles, how things go back around and how they go up and they go down. Okay, he talked about in economics especially there are waves, okay, and then there are cycles, okay? The waves he's talking about are the waves of overvalue, I'm just going to abbreviate, overvalue and undervalue. Okay? Any asset, housing, okay, land, precious metals like gold and silver, and even the garbage that you got in your bank account or in your pocket, the US dollar. Okay? All assets go through waves of overvalue and undervalue, and they go in cycles. They go around and around and around. Waves and cycles are pretty much the same thing, but whether you like waves or whether you like cycles. Okay? What he talks about is in history, we've heard this before, if we do not learn from our past, we are doomed to repeat it. Okay? So what's going on in America and what's about to, what is progressing, this is not the first time that it's happened. This has happened countless times throughout history. In order to really be successful in this type of investing, you just simply have to learn to be patient, number one, and you have to learn how to ride the waves and see the cycles of time. So let me give you an example. In this wave, let's use housing prices or housing values. Okay, to me right now, in 2017, we are up here, okay, housing. I have this saying, when everybody's becoming a realtor, you know we're in a bubble. Okay, so housing is overvalued. When it's overvalued, you know the cycle is about to change and we're about to go to undervalue. Okay, this is where the smart money picks it up. This is where you're going to have like foreclosures and things like that. We've already experienced that once back here in 2007 and beyond. And we're going to experience it again 10 years later. And we can watch that cycle of time and we can start timing it with precision. Okay? What he talks about in that book as well is as one asset class is going down in value, another one is simultaneously going up in value. So if you can simply flip-flop from the asset that's becoming overvalued, and you can buy the assets that are becoming undervalued and just sit there and flip-flop throughout time and history, you will get phenomenally rich. And so back in this time, I'm reading these books, I'm learning about economics, I'm really diving into this, these theories that he's talking about, and I see that the US dollar is very overvalued. And we're going to talk about that here in a minute. Very overvalued. So in his book, he talks about getting to precious metals, because throughout history, when people are getting out of the dollar, which they are starting to now, and they're really going to start to in the future, they always revert back to precious metals, because it's been a long-standing store of value to protect their economic energy or value. So I'm thinking, this is back in 2005, I got to get into precious metals. I started investing into precious metals, saw a big boom back in 2011, a crash, and then it went flat. So I was just sitting waiting for my precious metals to go back up, waiting for another crisis to dip, and then I would go in and scoop up real estate, especially multifamily units, apartment complexes, raw land, just great, you get great deals. Back in 2008 to 2009, at the very bottom of the undervalued cycle, back in 09 to 010, 13, you can just freaking scoop up foreclosures, short sales, all those different types of investment opportunities. So I got big into precious metals. And then in 2013, a friend of mine, let me see where I'm at in this thing, a friend of mine told me about Bitcoin, and that he was actually mining Bitcoin at his house. He had some friends, he bought some computers, and they were doing mining. This is back in 2013. Well, at that time, I was heavily investing into precious metals at that time. And I went to my dad, and I told my dad about this thing called Bitcoin, and he said, "Oh, dude, that's a freaking Ponzi scheme. That's a pyramid scheme," he said. And I respect my dad. I love my dad a lot, and I listened to him. I didn't invest back in 2013. Freaking cost me just hundreds of millions of dollars. Okay, and then the opportunity continued to come into my life. Bitcoin just in my news, in my feed, in my reality. And then finally, 2016, I took action. My investments in metals was just super flat. So I decided to transition over into cryptocurrency, and I have not looked back. This is and this is just my belief, this is my opinion, this is the tool that I was waiting for when I read that book. And you gotta get that book. Go to Amazon, find that book, Rich Dad's Guide to Investing in Precious Metals, okay? Or gold and silver, one or the other. But it's so much deeper than gold and silver. It's really about economic cycles and waves, okay? So another big thing is I'm very passionate about history, government history, and really economic history. So that book really talks about history and economic history, okay? So before we really dive into this stuff, I want to talk to you guys about money, okay? Again, whenever a government starts printing out a bunch of pieces of paper that really have no intrinsic value to them, okay, eventually that money starts losing a lot of value. Okay, the dollars do not buy as much as they once did. Okay, that's called inflation. Okay, that's the hidden tax. And once that happens, people start to wake up and they start to say, okay, this stuff is really not worth anything. Where can I store my money? And they've traditionally, in the past, they have always reverted back to precious metals, gold and silver. Well, we don't live in the world that we lived in even 100 years ago. Okay, we live in a digital, virtual world. Everything we do, I mean, I have more than one phone. I mean, that thing, I was just watching a presentation today by Ray Kurzweil talking about we are connected to these things. They've become a part of us. They're integrated. That's how we connect to one another. That's how we connect to information, is through technology. And so naturally, okay, our money system is going to evolve into a digital, virtual money system. And for me, I'm trying to look forward and say, okay, what are the trends? What are the technologies that are evolving in the world around me, and they're going to continue to evolve and to continue to change the world? Okay? Now, if you're with me so far, I want you to go ahead and type in yes. And again, remember, if you're just getting with us, I want you to like this video and share this video. We want to get to 250 likes, because if we do that, I'm going to give away $250 to Bitcoin to a lucky winner. Okay? But anyways, Okay, so I see cryptocurrency as digital virtual gold, digital virtual silver. So when we go through this economic crisis that we're going to go through, okay, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. And when we do, I'm telling you, people are going to be cashing in their 401ks, cashing in their mutual funds. They're going to be bank runs like crazy, trying to get into the new economic system. And that is Bitcoin, that is cryptocurrency as a whole. Okay? I'm not just going to focus on Bitcoin. I want cryptocurrency as an entire space. People are going to be rushing into it like nothing we've ever seen before, because the economic system of this day and age, it's the entire planet's involved. Okay? Whereas 100 years ago, okay, only Americans were using dollars. 100 years ago was 1917. The Federal Reserve was only 4 years old. The dollar, as we know it today, I mean, it's changed a bit since 1913, but the dollar today was not used around the world. Now every single currency on the planet is attached to the dollar. So what's going to happen, it's going to affect the entire planet. So again, this is the greatest opportunity on the planet. Okay, before we really dive into the secret of how to really get into this space and how to potentially create a fortune, is I want to talk to you guys about some things, because we have to lay down a foundation of understanding before we can really dive into how to make money. But before we do that, I want to ask my main man, how many views? You watching the views?
13.
13? Oh, dude, guys, we're not going to hit that 250. You got to like this video, share this video. If we can get it to 250 views, I got my main man, my right-hand man watching the views. If we can get him to 250, I'm going to give away $250. Cash. Crypto, I should say, because cash is trash. Okay? But first question we want to ask ourselves is, what is money? Okay, what is money? Okay, money is just a survival tool. It's just a medium of exchange used to purchase food, clothing, shelter, and resources. That's all money is. Okay? This piece of paper right here, it has no real intrinsic value. Okay? It has no nutritional value. It might have a little bit of value as far as heat. And I've heard stories of back in World War I where they were throwing just wheelbarrows of money into fire to keep themselves warm. But other than that, it has no real value. All it is a universal medium of exchange that we use to buy what we need. Okay? The second question, and the more important question, is this: what gives this its value? Really think about that. What gives this $20 bill with homeboy Andrew Jackson on it? Okay, this is actually Samuel L. Jackson's great-great-grandpa, Andrew Jackson. But anyways, what gives it its value? Okay, what gives the dollar or the currency its value is the marketplace. Okay, each individual that uses these dollars, whether in paper form or digital form on your credit or your debit card, okay, we've all agreed that this has a certain level of value, that this will buy me a certain amount of value in a store or peer-to-peer. Okay, if we all just stopped using this, it would have absolutely no value. So most people think that the government gives this its value. That's not true. What gives this value is each individual person that uses them. Well, cryptocurrency is a new option. Simply put, it's a new option. It's a new digital, virtual, universal means of exchange. Because I can use cryptocurrency, I can go and with a debit card, I can buy anything I need just the same. So think about that. The only thing that gives anything its value is the agreement between people and the people using it. Okay, the next question that we got to ask ourselves is, how did we get here? how did we get to this current point in time in economics where number one is debt? The debt is at an all-time high. Okay, the national debt is over $20 trillion. Okay, $20 trillion is mathematically impossible to ever pay off at our current rate and with the current plans thought up to pay it off. It's impossible. It's growing faster than it could ever be paid off. Okay, and that national debt translates into more individual debt at an all-time high. Housing debt is at an all-time high. Personal automobile debt is at an all-time high. Personal credit card debt or consumer debt is at an all-time high. And income is flat. It's not only flat, but it's going down because inflation continues to go up year after year. Okay, let's go back in time because, again, like I said, this isn't the first dollar that we've had in America. Okay, we've had many different versions of currency just in the history of America. Since 1492, when Columbus sailed the ocean blue, okay, or whenever he landed, or whenever the Pilgrims landed on Plymouth Rock, and we started this colony in America, and we evolved to the point where we had, currency. There's been countless paper monies that have not worked up until the current dollar that we have. And the current dollar that we have, this one right here, it was created in 1913. It's created in 1913 when a group of bankers got together in secret in a place in Georgia called Jekyll Island. And they created the Federal Reserve System, or the Federal Reserve Bank. Okay, and then the president at the time, Woodrow Wilson, signed the Federal Reserve Act, I believe on Christmas Eve, okay, making that act imposed upon the people. Okay, well, what's happened in this type of system, in a fiat system, because you have to understand what fiat is. Okay, fiat is a Greek word for, and I paraphrase, something like let it be, or it is so, something like that. It just means that, if you see right here, it's a Federal Reserve note. This note is legal tender for all debts, public and private. So it's just backed by a promise that the government's going to back it up. It's just a promise between two people. Okay, but let me give you an example. Okay, if there were only 100 individual bills, okay, each bill would be 1% of the whole. Now, Andre, I hope you're still on, man, so you can do my math, because I hope that math is right. So if there's 100 bills, okay, in 1913 they create 100 bills, each one of those bills would be 1% of the whole pie. Well, that's not how our system works. Okay, they're printing out billions and billions and billions of dollars every single day. They may not be printing physical dollars, but they're just creating digits on a computer screen that is transferred to banks. So they're creating money out of thin air. Well, every single new dollar that's created decreases the value of the whole. Okay, so we've been going at this printing game for over 100 years. Okay, and in that period of time, the value or the purchasing power of your dollar has lost 95% or more of its purchasing power. Okay, think about this. This is another mental concept that, if you understand, will change your perception of the world that we live in. Okay, back when I got my driver's license, back in 1997-ish, a gallon of gasoline was under $1. Okay, today, it's about $2.50 where I live. Okay, the value of the gasoline did not go up. They're discovering more gasoline every day, or more oil than ever before. There's more oil on the planet today than there was back when I got my driver's license. What it is the value of the dollar has gone down So it now takes 2.5 times more dollars to buy the 1 gallon of gasoline. Okay, another example I'd give you is housing prices. Housing prices, not housing value. It's a big difference. I'll talk to you about that in a minute. So let's say that 10 years ago, you bought a house for $100,000. Let's say a 3-bedroom, 2-bath house for $100,000. Okay, back in 2007. Okay, well, 10 years later, in 2017, let's say that house is now priced at $200,000. Okay, well, guess what? The value, the intrinsic value of that house did not go up 100%. It's the same wood. In fact, the wood is 10 years older. The roof is 10 years older. Every nut and bolt in that house is approximately 10 years older than it was when you bought it. So the value, the underlying value of the house did not go up. The value of the dollar went down. So it now takes twice as many dollars to buy the same exact house. And if you sell that house for $200,000, to get the same house or a newer or a 2017 model for that same 3-bedroom, 2-bath house, you're probably going to pay $300,000. So you're just going to stay in this constant, never-ending, perpetual cycle of debt. And that's exactly what the system is created to do. So, if you're still with me, go ahead and type in yes into the comments. And remember, we're trying to get to 250 views on this video. I would love to give you 250 bucks. How many we got?
15.
15. Well, at least someone's going to win 100 bucks. At least someone's going to win 100 bucks. But come on, guys, these are freaking rookie numbers, man. Get those numbers up. Let's share this information. We're going to get into good stuff. I know most people aren't history buffs like me. They're not, super passionate about numbers. But actually, the people that we're creating this video for, they're just going to be eating this information up. Okay? So, 1, what is money? Money is simply a survival tool. It's a universal medium of exchange between two people for me to buy what I need or want. The money gets its value from the marketplace, from the value that we all decide and agree upon. And how did we get to where we are right now? Okay? Centralized governments, centralized banks, and those trends are going away. And cryptocurrency is just one of the tools that is going to do that. Okay, and I'm just going to kind of digress for a moment, is that there will come something after Bitcoin. Okay, this is the greatest investment opportunity of the current time. Okay, not of all time in the future, but of all time in the past. And we're going to go over that here in a moment. But again, the key is one day crypto will become overvalued. That's when you want to sell it and you want to get into something else like real estate. Okay, which is going to be undervalued at that time. So you're going to take your crypto and you're going to cash it out. I've seen a couple of reports in the past week where people are now buying real estate with Bitcoin. So it's already happening. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. So the first thing I want to talk to you guys about is the technological revolution. Okay, technology evolves exponentially. Whereas 9.9 out of 10 people that you talk to on the street only understand life and evolution linearly. Okay, human beings see life linearly. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 days, weeks, months, years. Okay, technology evolves exponentially. It grows on top of itself. So 1, 2, 4, 8, 16, 32, 64, and on and on and on. Okay, whereas in linear time, or linear counting, 30 steps, you get to the number 30. Okay, with exponential growth, 30 steps, you get to 1 billion. So the growth is exponential. And that's what technology does. This right here is just a beat up, basic iPhone 6. Okay? The iPhone 7 Plus that I'm shooting this video on is exponentially better than this phone. Okay, 10 years ago when the iPhone 1 was just launched, Okay, this phone, the iPhone 7 Plus, 256 gigs of memory, a much better processor, hands down. Okay, it's exponentially better. Okay, this technology, we use this technology. Every human has the opportunity to use this technology to advance, unfold, and evolve their own personal life. Okay, the world around us is changing faster than ever before in human history. Life today is exponentially different than it was even 10 years ago. And 10 years from now, the world is going to be so radically different. More different than anything we've ever seen. In fact, what was taking 100 years is now taking a decade. So if you were to go back to 1917, and you were to take back an iPhone 7 Plus, they'd think you had witchcraft or something, There was nothing that even came close to that type of technology. Well, 10 years from now, because of advances in smartphone technology, which is one of the fastest spreading technologies on the planet, especially to the bottom billion people who live in very rural conditions, they're the ones that smartphone technology is spreading to the fastest. Medical technology, 3D printing, stem cell, all of these different types of technologies. Okay, artificial intelligence, robotics, and virtual reality. These technologies are changing the planet faster than ever before in human history. And you have got to learn these technologies, learn how they work, and adapt them into your own life. Okay, because when the internet really started to take off in the early 90s, a lot of people said it was a fad. A lot of people said it wasn't going to stick around. And now we cannot see life without it. Okay, more and more, we are merging into a digital, virtual world. Everything is going digital, virtual. So you've got to evolve, and you've got to understand that nobody carries this stuff anymore. This stuff is obsolete, so you're already using digital virtual system, and naturally, the world that we live in the money system is going to become twofold. Digital, virtual money, and totally decentralized, where it's not owned by any government, it's not owned by any central bank, it's owned by each individual person participating in the ecosystem. Very important fact. Okay, every creation, every technology has been created for the betterment of mankind, of humanity. Everything. Okay, although sometimes technology is used against humanity, like for example, electricity. Electricity can be used to cook a person's food. But electricity can also be used to cook a person. So it's the law of relativity. It's neither good or bad, it is how we're using it. Okay, and I'm here to tell you is that every technology that has ever been created and that will ever be created is for the betterment, it's for the evolution, it's for the advancement of humanity. And cryptocurrency is definitely a tool that is radically shifting the scope of the planet. So I want to take some time, I want to talk about that question. Okay? What is cryptocurrency? So we talked about what's money. Okay, what is cryptocurrency? So in a nutshell, cryptocurrency is simply a digital, virtual, decentralized form of money. Simply put. But its underlying value is the technology. Okay, it's so much more than money. It's so much more than an investment. It's an underlying technology that you're actually investing into. So every single Bitcoin, every single Ether, every single Neo, every cryptocurrency is like owning a share in that project. And you can, just like a stock, you can sell or liquidate that share. And you can sell it for cash, and you can go use it in your day-to-day life. Okay, so it's very important to understand that cryptocurrency is a digital, virtual, decentralized form of money. Okay? Now, the next thing I want to talk to you guys about is the transfer of power through decentralization. So, here's a quote. "Permit me to issue and control the money of a nation, and I care not who makes its laws." Permit me to issue and control the money of a nation, and I care not who makes its laws. Mayer Amschel Rothschild. Okay, for thousands of years, the masses have been governed and controlled by a small number of people. Royalty, priests of churches, presidents, but more insidiously through bankers, especially central bankers like the Rothschild family. Okay? Going back to that quote from Mayer Rothschild. Okay? Information and technology, though, has always been the enemy of centralized control. Okay, before the printing press in the 1400s, the mass majority of people did not know how to read. So 9.9 out of 10 people on the planet didn't know how to read. So all the information they were getting about the world around them, how their world worked, where they came from, where they're going after they died, everything came from royalty, the church, or the state. And then in the 1400s, okay, I would call him an inventor, in Germany, Guggenheim, I believe was his name, created the printing press. Well, the printing press was a technology, a decentralizing technology that allowed people to take their ideas, to question the status quo, and then to spread that information. People started learning how to read in mass numbers. People started questioning the reality that they were living in. It changed the planet. Okay, then in the 1960s, a new invention was created, the internet. Okay, I don't know if you knew that or not, but the internet was created in the 1960s. And then we're using that exponential growth curve. Okay, then it really started to take off in the 1990s, and then the 2000s, and now the 2010s. What the internet did was decentralized information. Because of the internet, myself, you, with our phones, we can create and publish any type of information that we want on any subject, true or false. So it's decentralizing information. The information is no longer coming from a centralized source like the government or like the church. Now anybody can question whatever they want, anybody can say whatever they want, anybody can come up with any type of theory that they want. What this is doing is it's casting the light on the shadows. Now we're seeing in the news all over the place corruption in the government, corruption in the police, corruption in the healthcare, corruption. And people are starting to wake up because information is like a key that can go in and unlock your mind. And cryptocurrency is decentralizing money. Decentralizing money. Oop, lost my place. Okay? Because there's only two real tools that the government, that central banks have to control and to manipulate the masses. One is information, the second is money. The information that you allow people, that you program into their minds, creates the world around them. And the money, if you control the money, if you steal the money through taxation, through regulation, through inflation, then you literally rob them of their ability to thrive in life, period. Okay? So cryptocurrency is decentralizing money. And I'm telling you, these technologies, the internet created more wealth and more freedom on the planet than any other technology before it. And cryptocurrency is going to do exponentially. It's going to create exponentially more abundance and freedom on the planet than even the internet. Because every major technology is exponentially more powerful than the preceding technology. So again, this is why I'm so excited about this stuff, and I hope that you are too. I hope that you really take a good, hard, honest look at this investment, at this technology. Because right now, it is October 16th, 2017. Happy birthday, sis. It's like 1993 in the internet. Okay, if you could have invested into eBay, PayPal, Amazon, back in the late 90s and cashed out, in 2001, or even not even cashed out, if you just would have rode the wave, Amazon in competition with eBay to become a $1 trillion company, you'd be freaking rich. But I'm telling you, I'm going to show you and go over some numbers with you at the end that cryptocurrency has the potential to absolutely create the most abundance on the planet. And here's why. Cryptocurrency is a worldwide technology. Every single person on the planet has access, has the ability to invest into this asset. So it's not like the New York Stock Exchange, where only Americans and only a select number of people who qualify can invest. Anyone and everyone, anywhere on the planet, can invest in cryptocurrency. Okay, as long as you have a smartphone or access to the internet, you can invest in cryptocurrency, and you can invest with as little as $1. Okay, again, I'm not here to try to sell you anything. I'm here to just try to educate people and really to get this information out. Because my mission in life is to try to change the world. And I'm telling you, I believe that cryptocurrency is a tool that's going to radically transform your life, and change the planet. So think about this. How would you feel if you were totally financially free? The number one stress in America, and I'd probably say on the planet, is money. Okay, the majority of people go to bed worried about money. Feeling fear, worry, anxiety about how they're going to pay their bills, how they're going to take care of themselves in their aging years. It's the number one cause of problems in relationships. So I would say that it's a very important topic to take care of in your life. Okay, number two is, how would you feel if you could live your dream life? If you could do what you want, when you want, with who you want, wherever you wanted, how would that make you feel? Go ahead and type in freedom. Go ahead and type $signs if you're still with me. How many viewers we got, Kip? 9. Oh my gosh. All right. So if you could have invested just $100, or I'm going to say, no, that's right. If you would have invested just $100 into Bitcoin on January 1st, 2011, at 30 cents, you would have had 333.33 Bitcoin. At today's rate, right before I made this presentation, at the value of $5,700 per Bitcoin, you would have $1.899 million off of a $1 investment. There is no other investment that has performed as well as Bitcoin in the past 100 years. The type of returns that we're getting on that, the type of returns I'm going to share with you here in a moment. Okay, Bitcoin alone, like I said, greatest investment. Hands down, the greatest investment since its inception, since its creation in 2009. There's not any other security, let's call it, security, real estate, business. There's nothing that has even come close to the returns that cryptocurrency has produced. So let's look into this. Let's look into year-to-date returns. Okay, just 1 year. If you would have taken $1,000 and invested it into Bitcoin 1 year ago, right now you would have $7,897.02. That's your return. On top of the $1,000, you'd actually have $8,800 of a $1,000 investment. But that is just the tip of the iceberg. Get these numbers. Ethereum, the number 2 largest cryptocurrency in the world, is up 2,706% year to date. I think I might have skipped it. Bitcoin, year to date, 789% gain. 789% gain year to date. Ethereum, up 2,700%. So that same $1,000, if you would have invested $1,000 into Ethereum 1 year ago today, you would be sitting on $27,063. Pretty nuts, huh?
Yeah.
$1,000. But it doesn't stop. Ripple, up 3,058.39%. If you would have taken $1,000 and invested it into Ripple 1 year ago today, you would be sitting on $30,583.91. Litecoin up 1,500%. Dash up 2,600%. NEM up 5,424%. Monero up 1,387%. And listen to this. NEO up 15,758% year to date. Now, I'm not even sure. Some of these aren't even a year old. And obviously they're going to go down. These are definitely like get you pumped up type numbers, but they're actual factual numbers. If you would have invested $1,000 into NEO, which was Ant shares when it first started, you would have $157,585 off $1,000. Oh my gosh, that's freaking nuts. So again, think about this. In a perfect world with a crystal ball, in a vacuum, if you would have taken $8,000 and you would have put $1,000 in each of those top 8 cryptocurrencies that I just went over with you, you'd be sitting at $333,000 $333,000 and some change, plus your original investment. I'm here to tell you, if you can find any investment that has performed as well as cryptocurrency, get a hold of me on Facebook, Instagram, YouTube. I will give you $1. Okay? I will give you one of these. I will give you one of these Andrew Jacksons. Okay? Samuel L. Jackson's great-great-grandpa. Okay? Greatest opportunity. Okay? Again, disclaimer. Okay? Because I know eventually that the federales are going to be watching this video. I am not trying to give investment advice. I'm just trying to show you the opportunity that is at hand. I'm trying to teach you about how money works, about the current system. Okay? If you do not know how it works, you're not going to be able to use it. You're not going to be able to win the game of money. You have to see these things. I'm simply using those past numbers as examples to show you potentialities, to show you what's happened in the past. While those are actual percentage gains from coinmarketcap.com, I screenshotted them on my phone. I was just using simple math in a perfect world to show the opportunity that you have at your fingertips. Okay, again, I'm not trying to sell you anything. I'm simply trying to educate you. The only thing I would ask, I'm going to ask from you, is your name and email address so you can get on my newsletter mailing list. That's the only thing I'm going to ask for you. I'm just trying to share this information, to spread this information so that more people buy crypto and so we can get rid of the government. So we can get rid of the government, get rid of central banks. They are the problem. This is the solution, or one of the solutions. Okay? Now, if you would like to learn how to get started in cryptocurrency, how to invest into this amazing and unique investment opportunity, go to GaryGilgan.com/crypto. GaryGilgan.com/crypto. CRYPTO. Okay, go register now. For signing up, I'm going to give you a free video series that I created on how to get started investing in cryptocurrency. How to set everything up, where to buy the coins, because it's a new technology. There's certainly a learning curve to it. Okay, but it's not that hard. It's just like riding a bike. You're going to fall down a couple times. But when you get up, you're going to learn, you're going to figure it out. You'll be freaking going off jumps like Travis Pastrana, you know. Next thing you know, you're jumping out of a plane without a helicopter. Or jumping out of a plane without a parachute. Okay? So, man, I'll tell you right now, most of you guys freaking skedaddled out of here. So I'm gonna leave it open for the next 10 minutes to questions and answers. So does anybody have any questions or answers? Or I'll give the answers. Does anybody have any questions?
Share the video.
What?
Ask him to share one more time.
Oh yeah, and then remember, like and share this video one more time, and you've got to go to my site, GaryGilgan.com/crypto, and register for my newsletter. By doing that, you're going to enter to win almost at 1,000. You're going to enter to win $100 in Bitcoin that I will send to your Bitcoin wallet. You can cash it out. You can actually sell it back to me, and I'll give you the choice. If you're local, you can come down. If not, then not. Anybody have any questions?
Next upcoming ICO.
Gimli, Gmili. That's an ICO that I invested in back in July. It is about to come. Oh, you know what? Actually, there is an ICO that you should get in. Let me. Any other questions while I'm getting that link? No?
Nothing yet.
All right. Well, I'll put the link to that ICO. It's getting a lot of hype. It's getting a lot of energy. So go and sign up for that. Be sure, if you want to win the $100, you got it. Man, most of you guys freaking got out of here. Not even for $100, but whatever. You gotta like the video, share the video, go to my website, GaryGilgan.com/crypto, register for my crypto newsletter, full of information, strategies, me and my team's top picks in the cryptocurrency space. We will be drawing the winner on Thursday at 7 o'clock Mountain Standard Time. And I will send that crypto to you, to your wallet. And then again, if you live locally, you can just come back and I'll buy it from you cash.
How do you invest? Sign up and we'll send it.
Exactly. Go to my website, GaryGilgan.com/crypto. I will give you a free video series that I created. Literally, a screen share. I'm going to walk you step by step by step. Okay, you can invest as little as $1, as much as $1 trillion, you know. It's very simple. Takes less than 20 minutes to get everything set up. You can now buy Bitcoin instantly through one of the sites I'm going to send you to, but it's getting better and better every day. Incredible opportunity.
When can we expect that first email?
Oh, I'm going to send you a thank you email today, and then I am going to you'll see in the next couple days with the how to get started. And it's going to be over a series of days that you'll get that video series. How to set everything up, how to set up your exchanges, how to actually invest into the crypto. So, if we don't have any, Steven, good job, man. That's what it's about. And thanks for the next video. I'm going to do that. You got to actually comment that you did those things. You liked, you shared, you registered for the newsletter. So, my man, thank you so much, Steven. Thanks for everybody that joined. I will see you on the next video. See you Thursday. Have a great night.